Now, wait, let me look at this account again with the side-by-side comparison. Is that emoji passing? Is it me or that emoji? That emoji look like it's passing. It do. That emoji look, that's the color of everybody that was in Alex Haley's Queen. I know that. I know that. Shout out to all the subscribers and members here on the channel. I'm Reese Waters, and this is Racist of the Week, where we expose the stupidity and hypocrisy of discrimination in hopes we could build a more perfect union. And also laugh. As usual, I would like to thank today's sponsor, Racism. And of course, if you have any nominees, you can drop them in the comments. You can email me at admin@ReeseWaters.com. Today's nominee, I know that ain't who I think it is.
Well, I'll just say this. If she was just at home taking care of them 2 kids after her husband died, and she's got plenty of money because he had plenty of money, I would be like, hey, what are you doing? This woman's trying to take care of her kids. What are we doing? Every person virtually that seeks that high level of political power, there is a level of scrutiny that they go through to the point, and that like we can, not we, but people have and do, and without being called demonic, speculate about who Michelle Obama was. Awful speculation. And no, I haven't seen any of them people called demonic, satanic, blah, blah, blah. No, but Candace, because we like Erika Kirk.
Who's we? Define we.
And because she's Charlie's wife, and I'm going to just go ahead and say it, and I'm not saying it applies to you all, but trust me, if this woman was 250 pounds, if this woman wasn't blonde and didn't have bikini photos from when she was 25 or 30 that are really nice to look at, I just think there would be a whole different atmosphere around scrutinizing her.
How nice to look at, Jason Whitlock? See, this is what happened when you press record and you haven't cleared your intrusive thoughts. You know what I mean? I have a whole exercise that I do to get the intrusive thoughts out of there so I don't come on and talk about she got bikini photos that's nice to look at on Thursdays at 2 when I know ain't nobody watching. You know what I mean? Like that's the Jason Whitlock right there. I can tell you this, the PR war is going horrible. You couldn't get Jason Whitlock? If you couldn't get Jason Whitlock, Erika Kirk, it's going bad.
No!
That man would give his left burrito to be one of your exes.
I was actually speaking to one of Erika's exes, and he told me a pretty interesting story. I thought it was very interesting. Aside from offering the standard, I do not recognize who this human is at all anymore. I don't recognize the person that she is pretending to be. She's very different when we dated. Everyone says that across the board when you ask them about their relationships with Erika. But he did tell me another interesting little tidbit, a little anecdote.
I mean, everybody ex would say that. You know what I mean? If that's what qualify you to take over Turning Point USA, sign me up.
One morning, he would often, I guess, speak to Erika about how close he was with his grandfather. His grandfather had already passed. He's dating Erika, and she's getting to know him and his life and the things that matter to him. And he says that one morning, Erika wakes up and she tells him that his grandfather, who has passed and who he adored, came to her in a dream with a message. And he just thought that was quite odd. I thought that was an interesting story. It tells us a little bit about Erika because that is a psychology of sorts. It kind of reminds me of when Meghan Markle would spray Diana's perfume on to sort of attract Harry. We're learning a lot more about Erika and her psychological profile, and we are going to discuss more of that in depth today.
Did Meghan Markle really do that? I don't want to trust Candace Owens as an authority when it comes to anybody black. But that would be off-putting. I can tell you that right now. There'd be a whole lot going on psychologically. Whew. Sheesh. Hey, Erika Kirk, We'll get them bots back or something. Everybody saw this.
I think that.
Massive bot attack hits Candace Owens' episode of her investigative series Bride of Charlie. Her live chat was flooded with unblocked Hasanabi spam from countless accounts spreading nonstop.
Carl Kenneth Francfe is Erika's paternal grandfather. Okay, he participated extensively in horse racing. More crucially, though, he was an executive.
I've watched Candace for some time now, and I've never seen interference like this. The screen kept going dark while her audio continued, then freezing altogether. Hasanabi. Was that y'all? What was going on? I thought you said it was frozen.
Dude, we got 36,000 people in here watching. Look at this. Look at my chat. Look at my chat versus Candace Owens's. Nah, slow mode or not, doesn't matter.
Is that this was done
Dude, come on,
after
my
the fact?
chatters
Maybe
are
someone had a
typing
friend
thought
down
in
at the
her
county
chat.
clerk who was responsible for scanning those docs into the system to document.
Look,
I should also
her
add
entire
that
chat
I
is
could not find
my
a single
fucking
case of their
chatters.
alleged marriage in Marble
Her
Wood in
entire
Massachusetts.
chat is my chatters.
It doesn't exist,
Do
but I
you
can
think
find some
a
possibilities.
36,000 person
Marblehead, I would like to
live
say, is certainly
viewership
an interesting
channel
town to pick because it's the
would be
recognized
capable of
birthplace the
rating
Marine Corps.
another content creator's
Hearing the
live
same
chat
thing.
when they have 213,000 viewers?
Well, that sounds like a whole bot war right there. Were the bots spamming or were they sitting there doing nothing? Were they the TPUSA bots? Just acting all quiet? It must have been the TP. They ran out of steam. They got the bots got tired. I'm so confused. Honestly, I don't know what's going on with y'all. But they clearly don't hide their behavior these must be the Nicki Minaj bots.
Nicki Minaj might have to start calling her fans bots instead of barbs because she has allegedly almost 20,000 fake followers.
That's a lot.
And now Cardi B is being drug into it. So there's a data disinformation detection company studied Nicki's social media platforms and said that her political posts in particular were boosted by almost 18,000 bots. Trump advisor Alex Bruesewitz says that this report's 100% fake and that one of the investors in Cyabra is this guy Mike G, who is Cardi B's agent. So now Cardi's jumped in and she's like, leave me out of this. I want nothing to do with this. She's like, what they need to do is focus on the fact that data is very real and leave me out of it.
Did Nicki ever get her money back for those bots? She definitely should. She definitely should. Or at least contact a lawyer or something to get some sort of remedy.
I am shocked and chagrined, mortified and stupefied. It's outrageous, egregious, preposterous.
Nicki Minaj is dropped by her lawyer who is handling one of her cases due to a communication breakdown as she faces a $10 million lawsuit. Communication breakdown. I wonder if the lawyer was actually communicating with one of the bots. Maybe that's the lawyer thought that or maybe the bot is who hired the lawyer. She don't even know who that is. That's crazy. Sometimes you just gotta hire real people to do a real person's job. A list of influencers who were paid to smear Candace Owens and call her a demon has been released. Wow, we got Dana Lash, Laura Loomer, Steve Deese, Ruben, Ben Shapiro, Dan Bongino.
I don't want you. Nobody else wants you here. The people who watch this show don't want you here. Sane people, and that is a majority of us, hate your guts. We don't want you. Nobody wants you. You were the spawn of Satan. I promise your parents, alive or dead, are looking at you now in horror that they spawned the demon. Your last name will live in infamy. Your kids will deny knowing you. I don't want anything to do with you. I see you out there. I know exactly what you're doing. You can just go.
I got a question. Were they also responsible for this? Is this part of that attack?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now being reported by the mainstream corporate media that Erika Kirk is pregnant and that she's been hiding this fact. And the word is, according to a source I had, that was in North Dakota at a military base. He just walked in the secure skiff. There was 15 colonels and all those other people from TPUSA. They were having a big meeting about how Candace Owens is really a man, and that's why there's such a fight between him and Erika Kirk, is because 5 months ago, before Charlie got killed, Candace, also known as Big Mike Jr., got Erika Kirk pregnant. And Charlie found out about it, and that's why the two of them got together and conspired at the fort in North Dakota and also at Fort Huachuca to assassinate Charlie to cover this up. But now the two are in a major fight with each other.
That wasn't part of the coordinated attack? Y'all wouldn't work with Alex Jones? Oh, so that was another case of intrusive thoughts. When you press record and you have intrusive thoughts, that's clearly what had been on his mind.
What?
Man, that is a whole lot of bot action going on over there. It is. And even the actual people aren't who they say they are.
I'm not a woman.
White? Oh, the deception. The betrayal, man. You deceived me.
A popular right-wing account that called a video depicting Barack and Michelle Obama as apes a masterpiece appears to be run by a White House staffer, according to records reviewed by Wired. A White House staffer? Is that the same one that Trump was talking about that posted the video? They do move that obvious. Normally I wouldn't say so, but you know what I mean?
So true.
To its audience, Johnny Maga looked like an independent voice, another outraged supporter in the MAGA media ecosystem. The account regularly boosts Trump's Truth Social posts and goes to bat for the administration, attacking Democrats like California Governor Gavin Newsom. But this isn't just a regular account. Johnny Maga appears to actually be a White House staffer named Garrett Wade, who works for the Trump administration as a rapid response manager. Well, if he's doing all that posting on social media, his response can't be that rapid. I know. I've been having side hustles at my day job. I did that for over a decade. I ain't responding nothing.
No. No. Hell no.
Helping to run the very same White House account his anonymous MAGA account amplifies. A phone number associated with Wade is linked to Johnny Maga, according to a Wired review of publicly available records, and the connection was confirmed by a source close to the White House. The Johnny Maga account was created in September 2021, according to his X profile. While the account's earliest available posts focus on NFTs, it's been a consistent pro-Trump presence since at least 2022. The operator of the Johnny Maga account has not disclosed an official relationship with the White House, but multiple media outlets, including Mother Jones, Town Hall, and the New York Post, have all linked posts on the Johnny Maga account seemingly as organic reflections of public sentiment on political issues. Not the New York Post. I mean, really, if you can't trust the New York Post, who can you trust? And then it comes to X. An X account not being open and honest about their affiliation with the administration. Again, if you can't trust an X account to be open and honest, what world are we living in? Now, wait, let me look at this account again with the side-by-side comparison. Is that emoji passing? Is it me or that emoji? That emoji look like it's passing. It do. That emoji look, that's the color of everybody that was in Alex Haley's Queen. I know that.
That's cold-blooded.
The Johnny Maga account that pretends to be a black pro-MAGA account that often posts racist propaganda is actually run by Garrett Wade, a White House staffer. You mean to tell me that the account that posts racist content pretending to be black is not only a young white man, but in the administration. That's so daggone on the nose. My goodness. That's so on the nose. I mean, they should put this story in a textbook, and that'll tell you just about everything that you need to know. But also, how about the fact that much as in the case with the Nicki Minaj situation, it actually warms my heart a little bit to the nature of humanity. Obviously, I know that this kind of thing exists, but otherwise, I'd have just thought it was another lost black Maga. You know what I mean? That could have been Jordan Wells for all I knew, but it was actually a whole white guy in the Trump administration.
What?
I ain't been this blown about a race swap online since that Laverne Spicer situation.
A really fun thing tends to happen every couple of years, and that is that some idiot conservative out there on social media, usually on Twitter, forgets to log out of their account and log into one of their burner accounts before they post something. And it looks like something like that may have happened this week when right-wing MAGA talking head / influencer Joey Manorino, a white guy, posted this on his official Twitter account. Again, Joey Manorino, white guy, posted this. I'm a true black American and I've been black all my life. I was born black and I will die black. My mommy black, my daddy black. I will never cast a ballot for that Kamala Harris woman as long as I live. Trump all the way, all day, every day. You're a black woman here. And you've been black all your life. And you're a true black, you say. But you're just a ordinary, boring old white guy. You forgot to log out of your account, didn't you?
How do you think he got into character to post as a black man online? You think he was rubbing Sage Steele's hair? That probably wouldn't work, huh? Oh, and he's married? Is he at least married to a black woman?
I don't think so.
Wade is married to Allison Schuster, a White House press assistant. Wow! Who also follows the Johnny MAGA account. According to Schuster's Instagram account, which she recently set to private, she and Wade attended several Trump-aligned events, including an election night party, in which both are wearing Make America Great Again hats. So she is in the White House press office and she follows that account, which tells you not only is she aware, she certainly approves. The White House press office.
Donald Trump's Truth Social post set off a firestorm online. I only noticed it this morning because I was writing, but it was a video that he had posted portraying Michelle and Barack Obama with an 8 motif, and I guess there were other politicians who were portrayed in other animal motifs as an internet meme. Tim Scott, the senator, obviously African-American, said he was praying it was fake because it was the most racist thing he'd ever seen out of the White House. The president should remove it. Caroline, I know the president did remove it, deleted it, but it was up for, I think, 12 hours or something like that. How did this happen, and can you really throw a staffer under the bus for this?
Well, look, Laura, it was a meme that was posted by a staffer on the president's Truth Social account. It was from a Lion King video depicting, as you pointed out, different Democrats as different animals. I think Kamala Harris was depicted as a turtle in this video meme. The president did take it down. He spoke with lawmakers today out of respect for them, including Senator Tim Scott. The post was removed. But leave it to the leftist media, of course, to talk about this all day, rather than talk about the fact that the Dow has broken over 50,000 points for the first time in our nation's history.
Hey, Black MAGA, Black MAGA. I know you thought that was one of your own. You got excited at the Johnny MAGA account. Oh, somebody hate themselves as much as I do. I need you to reconcile that was in fact not somebody that hates themselves as much as you do. It is a mouthpiece for the administration. Yeah, the press office, a mouthpiece for the administration that hates you as much as you do. Have fun.
You gonna learn today.
So it wasn't organic. Wired reports the massive Johnny Maga propaganda account is allegedly run by a staffer. Translation, taxpayer-funded staff running anonymous meme warfare to boost the president. State-sponsored trolling, and they pretend this is a grassroots movement. Oh, there's a lot to unpack there. So if he's at the White House and his wife in the press office is at the White House who follows said account, is there tax money that's going to this Johnny Maga farce? Is that what we're doing? And then to the last point about them pretending this is a grassroots movement, it is nice to see the necessity for somebody in the administration to perpetrate to be somebody who's at least passing or got burnt when they were at the beach last summer and it's just become permanent. It's nice to see the need to perpetrate that to spread pro-Trump, anti-Black propaganda when you're supposed to have the will of the people and a mandate. See, here's the thing. Here is the thing. I just had this conversation on my live the other week where we were talking about the State of the Union address, and somebody said they think that they have the will of the people. And if that were the case, they wouldn't have gone to mid-decade redistricting and desperate to pass the SAVE Act, floating out, taking over elections and posting officers and guardsmen at the polls. There wouldn't be a need to do none of that. If they thought that they had the will of the people and they could turn over seats, they would move the midterms up to April, okay? That's what they would be doing. What we see is the opposite. All of their behavior tells you they are keenly aware of where real human sentiment lies. And don't think if that report is going to air out Nicki Minaj for having bots to boost engagement, that Johnny Maga's going raw dog.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
I'm sorry, you said Johnny Maga's going where? Well, at least say pause or something. You can't. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Pause. Pause what?
I hadn't cleared all my thoughts. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I hadn't. I didn't have it before I started, but after Whitlock and Alex Jones, they sent me down that road.
Damn it.
The right-wing digital media ecosystem has served as a pool for administration hires at a number of agencies. When Dan Bongino was named FBI deputy director last year, his most recent job was hosting a popular conspiracy theory-laden podcast on platforms like Rumble. And boy, wasn't that a boost to the administration now, wasn't it? Wasn't that helpful to have the conspiracy theorist podcaster here? Didn't that work out for everybody?
I mean, I gave up everything for this. I mean, you know, my wife is struggling. I'm not a victim. I'm not Jim Comey. It's fine. I did this and I'm proud I did it. But if you think we're there for tea and crumpets, well, I mean, Cash is there all day. We share it. Our offices are linked. He turns on the faucet. I hear it. He's there he gets in at like 6 o'clock in the morning. He doesn't leave till 7 at night. You know, I'm in there at 7:30 in the morning. He uses the gym. I work out in my apartment. But I stare at these four walls all day in D.C., you know, by myself, divorced from my wife. Not divorced, but I mean separated, divorced. And it's hard. I mean, you know, we love each other, and it's hard to be apart.
But you're doing some great work. You're straightening out the FBI. You're moving buildings. There's a lot of change.
I got one more thing.
The Defense Department, led by former Fox and Friends host Pete Hegseth, touts at least 2 former creators on its digital media team. Graham Allen, another right-wing podcaster, was poached by DOD to be its director of digital media social media accounts while he continued to host his podcast, Dear America. That name rings a bell. Graham Allen. Graham Allen. Was he on that TPUSA demonizing Candace Owens list? Was he on the demon team?
Hello, everyone. We're getting ready to do the show here in about an hour. We're getting ready to go all in against the evil that is Candace Owens. It's not enough to combat the demonic attacks that she is doing against Erika Kirk, Charlie's widow, and his children. I want to know who's funding it. I want to know if George Farmer is behind it. I want to know who's editing it. I want to know who her team is. I want to know who is responsible for continuing this evil.
So let me get this straight. He was poached by DOD to be its director of digital media, social media accounts. And he didn't know better not to go with Demon. Just like the cacophony of voices behind him that got aired out in that report. Now I see why they go to bots. You know what I mean? I was going to say you got to use real people, but then, you know, they're not hungry. They not hungry.
Finger licking good special. That's what I'm talking about.
Amjad Yaku also works for the department while operating the Snowflake Tears Instagram meme page with more than 330,000 followers. Yaku discloses his role at the Pentagon on his meme and personal accounts, penning an image of himself taking his oath on both profiles. I'm sorry, did you just say that the man who operates the Snowflake Tears Instagram page also works at the Department of Defense for the president, most known for complaining about any and everything about America, despite being born to a billionaire family? Like, was that? Oh, yes. And pushing the grievances of working class white America while stripping them of everything. He runs the Snowflake Tears account. Sheesh. It gets more. There's on the nose. That's in the nose. That's in the nose right there.
Hey, you guys. Oh, my nose!
The Democratic Party has also struggled with influencers publicly disclosing their relationships to political groups. Last August, Wired reported that a liberal dark money group called the 1630 Fund had quietly recruited more than 90 progressive content creators, paying them anywhere from $250 to $8,000 per month to support Democratic online messaging. Nope. Nah. Yeah, no. Y'all sat there and was giving out money and nobody could. My phone sitting here the whole time. My phone sitting here the whole time. They was giving out money. They was giving out money and nobody told.
This is bullshit.
No, I'm not doing. No, because you know what I would say? You know what I would say if it was a MAGA? You know what I tell Officer Tatum? I hope you getting paid. Guess who's not getting paid? 1630. Y'all know my email.
It should have been me, not him. It's not fair.
They could have sent a brother some rap snacks or a case of Mad Dog or something. Didn't offer me no Funyuns. Didn't offer me no Now and Laters. Not a single bottle of ginger beer. Nothing.
Man, this some more bullshit.
Here I am spreading all this good gospel, and y'all out here giving out shape-ups and body butter and red hots and pass me all the way by. Not this year. We'll send some lemon heads or something.
I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
While the Federal Trade Commission requires creators to disclose paid commercial endorsements, no such federal rules exist for political influencer collaborations. In practice, people often treat digital spaces as if it requires a novel set of transparency rules. The reality is that we need the same kinds of transparency that are required for traditional media. Now, I would say amen to that, but the reality is that given these conglomerates taking over traditional media, we don't even have all the notifications that would be vital and critical to give context to what we're hearing in traditional media. So here in online media, it's actually even a fallback from that. This is wild. This is wild. Like, you know what I mean? Nicki Minaj engagement, the Candace Owens engagement, and the Erika Kirk thing, and now the Johnny Maga, you know what I mean? If y'all not gonna clean that up, don't nobody feel safe. It's a bad neighborhood. It's with everything that Benny Johnson said about Washington, D.C. that got magically cleaned up because, you know, the white people came in. Right. And you give them the credit? Yeah. Everything that Benny Johnson said about Washington, D.C., that's exactly how X looks. A hot mess. Just a bunch of vacant houses and stray dogs. That's it. That's what you got going on X right now. I just see empty beer cans and tumbleweeds just blowing up and down the timeline. And bots. Let's not forget all of the bots.
This mission is too important for me to allow you to jeopardize it.
X in 2026 is basically The Wire after Marlowe came out. All the real people done went inside. And you got nobody but yourself to thank, Elon Musk.
It's voting time, so let's cut through the bullshit. Crooked Ken Paxton cheated on his wife. She's divorcing him on biblical grounds. So now Paxton's wrecking another home, sleeping around with a married mother of 7. And remember this, Crooked Ken has increased his net worth by as much as 7,000% since taking office. And his actions in office, even more troubling. Paxton gave millions of Texas tax dollars to left-wing organizations, including the Montrose Center that hosts drag queen shows and performs gender-affirming services to kids as young as 7. Now think of the Paxton dirty deeds we don't know about yet. The wife cheater and fraud, or the Texas workhorse. Senator John Cornyn is endorsed by the Border Patrol, and he voted with President Trump 99% of the time. Cornyn got the money to finish the damn wall. Texans know what to do.
I'm John Cornyn, and I approve this message.
Oh, I see we're going to have the Let Them Fight banquet in Texas this year. Okay, I'm with it. And we had record turnout as well. They've had record turnout for this election. Okay. It's going to be a lot of people. We might have to have this one at AT&T Stadium.
Oh, we got a little fight breaking out here.
Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Well, we did it. We finally hit another milestone.
Yay!
Hey, put your shirt back on. What you think, you in the cabinet? That's right, we passed 700. I ain't been this excited to pass 700 since I took my SATs. No, that was just on the math section. I didn't have a whole 700 score. Well, see, SATs used to be out of 1,600. You know, I'm not going to explain this to y'all. Y'all got me explaining the olden days, got me feeling old. I talk about the good old days and I get up limping for no reason whatsoever. Wikipedia is your friend.
Yeah, boy.
And as we always do, we gonna party. But I would be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to all the people whose work have led us here, starting with our editors, Denzel and Boz.
What?
bro. Let's get straight to it. On my mama, we lit.
If y'all got issues with any of the videos, y'all blame them.
That's cold-blooded.
If you like it, then I did it, because I be editing sometimes too. You know when I edit, because the audio be all over the place. You know, the audio get loud for no reason. That's how you know that I edited something. And of course, I want to give a shout out to my man David Threefall, who is not only responsible for all of the thumbnails, but as well as creating the intros and the outros for Street Politics and Troubled Waters and Races of the Week. He did them all. Who Raised Y'all? He organized and created all of those intros and outros that you see and enjoy on the channel. So shout out to him. And by the way, if you're looking for any of that kind of stuff, make sure you give him a shout. I need it! One day I'm going to show y'all some of the outtakes, some of the rejected scenes from the creation of all of those. That might have to hit the members channel before too long. But if you're looking for any of that kind of work, you can hit me up at admin@ReeseWaters.com and I will pass you along to him. Of course, our head moderator, Mrs. Ray, always keeping things moving and keeping things on point. Shout out to her, as well as for organizing my email. Yeah! Wouldn't nobody get answers if it wasn't for Miss Ray. Y'all just be like seeing an old classmate in the grocery store. I'm just going to keep it pushing. If he don't see me, he won't miss me.
What do you mean by that?
And of course, where would we be without Regina doing the Lord's work on research? She reaches far and wide, and all of the ways in which you guys always talk about how the clips are always on time and relevant, and all the videos are so in depth and you get so much good context. That is thanks to Regina. So shout out to her. But she been sparing Ohio. I've been seeing how y'all been moving Ohio. Regina trying to protect you. It ain't gonna work. I got something for you. I got something for you. Of course, I want to give a shout out to all of our current mods, including lovely Nola, Deshauna, Kristen, and I believe Mimi is on the way as well. Shout out to her. And of course, I got to give a shout out to all the people over at Patreon, especially the people that keep the Patreon chat moving. Did y'all know we have a 24-hour Patreon chat? Patreon.com/ReeseWaters. My man TP and Daniel Witters and Keith Green and Treva, so many people out there, as well as people that actually go from Patreon to YouTube and back again. April Hughes, Denatra, Joyce Samples, Sarge Tech, Roberta, all you guys so much. I really appreciate all of your support, all of your love, all of your encouragement, keeping this channel going and get us pushing to and past 700K. 700K? What, they think we buying Nicki Minaj bots? That's too high.